Hey guys, welcome to my presentation. Now, you know the popular TikTok trend, basically where you hang out with your friends and have a presentation night where you have like funny things and funny little things that you include your friend group with. Well, I have a friend. We were supposed to be doing a presentation night, never ended up happening. Might do that sooner this week, maybe. But as of right now, you guys are my friends. Hey! So today I think we have 3 presentations. One, which I'm about to show, basically about my dream trip to East Asia, basically going to Japan, Korea, and having the best trip there. We have one if I was in a mafia Wattpad story, which I think that would be fun. And then the last but not least, this might have really people on their rockers, I don't know. But why this season of Love Island was the worst out of all of them, ever. Even though I haven't watched any of the rest of the seasons of Love Island, but this season definitely took one for the rockers, definitely. So let's go ahead. Should I go this side or this side? Okay. So let's go ahead and get started. Starting off my first one, East Asia voyage. Basically my dream trip to Korea, Japan, when I get money and when I have like a bank. Let's get into it. Oh. Yes. Okay, our main destinations would be Seoul, Korea, Japan, and then like all the like this is kind of like a combination of the two where I would go to Korea and go into the more cultural, older areas and actually spend time there, learn more about the culture and actually be in the culture, because that's something that actually I love most about Korean and Asian culture period, is the actual culture areas with the temples and then the small homes and just like the actual historical part of it. And that would be for both Japan and Korea. What else do I have here? Yeah. Anything else? So yeah, I feel like I would love to go to like, where would I love to go?
A few moments later.
Okay, I would love to just go to my first voyage. The first stop we would go to is number 1, Korea. We will first start off the whole entire trip with Korea, and we go to Seoul, walk around, go to convenience stores, probably do some challenges like eating. Also, I feel like this would be like a great stream. This would be a great stream trip. Like if I was going on a stream, like if I was gonna be like a streamer, which I do plan on doing that in the future once I get a good amount of following. But like I feel like this would be an IRL stream, like Brooke and Frost. I feel like that would be like fire. Like it would start off in Korea. We would do challenges like, oh, eating gas store food for a whole entire 24 hours. Like just going in Korea and Seoul first off. And then we would go into the actual historical parts. Kind of like this vibe, these two vibes. You can't really see them, but they're more like, I'm going to insert pictures so you see them. But they're more like regular, like instead of like the busy city like touristy areas, we would go to like the non-touristy areas. And then after that we would go to Japan, and then after that, depending on how everything is going, we may have to go to China too. Like I just want to explore Asia, because like I said in my convenience food where we found hidden gems in Jersey, like I really do love Asian culture and it's so interesting to me. Like it's just so interesting to me. And so I think that's it. Now let's go to the second one. If I was, what the fuck? Okay. If I was in a mafia Wattpad. Now, let's get this out of the picture. We all have watched and read mafia Wattpad. Maybe not watched, but read mafia Wattpad. So let's not get weird with this one. Number 1, we gotta have a disclaimer. I do not condone kidnapping or Stockholm Syndrome in any way. This is simply for entertainment purposes. So let's just get that out of the way. Now that we got that out of the way, let's get into the main business. Background. Here's a little backstory on how the night would go. I was out, oh my god, look at this, I know. You know, it's college time, or just any time. I'm out with my homegirls, we're having a time of our lives. I'm blacked out drunk, I'm not even paying attention. And then, like in this club, it has like a balcony levels. It has rich people and they have like the powerful people at the top level of the club. Oh. Okay, and so, you know, I'm with my homegirls, we're having a good old time, blacked out drunk, so I'm not even thinking of feeling like the eyes of somebody on me. and that's how the story starts. So that would be the background. Now, it would either be the Italian mafia or the Russian, I don't know how to pronounce that, but basically the Russian Brotherhood, aka the Russian mob. That would be my options for if I were to get kidnapped. Do not condone. Next, we have the process. After being kidnapped, I'm on 10. You know, obviously this is a Wattpad story, so at the end we obviously fall in love and all that. But before we do all that, I have to make it known I'm that bitch. Like I'm on that. Like I'm on that. Like you try to fuck with me, I'm on that. So the first time I get there, the first day I get there, I'm breaking my whole room out. I'm smashing windows. I'm doing all that shit. Like I'm making a big ass scene. Cut to the days, I know it's like, you know, always in the beginning of the mafia ones, they never know that they are getting kidnapped by someone fine as fuck, and they never know that they're getting kidnapped for love. So obviously if I get kidnapped, my hope is that it's somebody fine, it's for love, but you never know. And even if it is for love, I want them to know, like, before I get sweet and nice, I gotta let y'all know if I really am about it, I'm really about it. And that's my thought process. My thought process is, okay, let's say we do fall in love later on. I want to be able to, because here's my thing, in the long run, I will, like, what if we do end up falling in love in the future? Are you now, was this like your plan? Was your plan all along? Blah, blah, blah. I will always want to keep them on their toes so they know, like, okay, Sienna, she's choosing to be calm. She's choosing to be calm, because if not, she's a trash out. Like, she's a D-tier level crash out. And I think that is, oh, yeah, so in conclusion, I don't know if you can see it, but do not kidnap me. If I have to be in hell and suffer, we all gotta be in hell and suffer. Okay, I'm editing the video right now, but that was so real of me. Like, that is so real. Like, if I gotta suffer, we all gotta suffer. That was so real, Sienna. That was so real. As I pull up my next slide, I'm starting to realize that, like, this is actually gonna go by pretty quick. Like, I feel like this is gonna be a quick little video, because I feel like these are gonna be, like, pretty quick. They're pretty, like, good and self-explanatory. So if you guys like this video, you can get like, comment, subscribe, and maybe I'll come up with another one. Why this season of Love Island was the worst one yet. And see how at the bottom there's a disclaimer. My opinion, guys. So don't try to comment into the comments thinking you a boss bitch, thinking you want to eat me up over my opinions. Because I'm not an NPC. I'm not like some of these people that are the fans and doing too much. I'm not an NPC. These are my opinions, and that's my thing. Y'all need to learn how to take opinions. Now look at my lethal face card. Now let's get into it. We have the cast. There's two main things that made this season so insufferable. And let's start with the cast. I put a couple cast members. We got Ace, Hannah, that was supposed to be Hood. I don't know why it's translated to Hudson. Shelly, etc. These are not the main targets or anything. Well, I mean, there's a good couple, maybe a good 3 that are the main topics, but it's nobody really personal. It's nothing personal against like individual people. They all fucking sucked. And so when you're somebody with actual common sense, this season was so insufferable because there's not a single person on this show that actually was a decent person. Besides, not even a decent person, I'm not saying they're bad people, but with any self-respect or anything. But let's also get this out of the way. Nobody with self-respect is going to be on Love Island. And let me get this closer, let me say this to you. Nobody with self-respect is going to, I got a tan mark on my forehead. Anyways, nobody with self-respect is going to be on Love Island. I know y'all think sometimes you find people that seem like they have more self-respect, but then they do things, you be like, wait, I thought they were different than everybody else. Example, Alandria. A lot of girls came into this thinking that, oh yeah, I love Alandria. I feel like she's gonna be like that girl with class and all that. And then she did shit, fuck nigga shit. And it made you go, oh, maybe she's not the type of girl I was thinking. Because the type of girl that y'all looking for are not going to be on Love Island, period. Back to original problem with my screen turned off. Oh. Technical difficulties. I'm having technical difficulties. I'm having tech. But yeah, this cast was so fucking insufferable. Like, oh my god, there was not a single person on here. And I feel like the problem is that, number one, I'm not even going to go through all these people because I'm not even finna do all that. I'm not finna get canceled before I even have a career for real. So I'm gonna keep it P. But it's like this season was the exact depiction of this generation, and it's so infuriating because this generation sucks. It's a whole bunch of people trying to find connections, whole bunch of people with a whole bunch of lust, whole bunch of people thinking that they moving in groups, whole bunch of haters that have no actual reason to hate on the person they're hating on. They're just simply jealous. Ace. You got domestic people in here that are a little questionable, that are immature. Huda. You got teen moms in this bitch. Huda. You got niggas saying racist ass shit at what's called Giselle, whatever her fucking name is, and fucking Sierra. You got mean girls trying to disguise it as being chic and trending and influencing Sierra. You got Taylor. I think Taylor didn't do nothing bad. You got Sassy Man, I guess we could put him on there. Yeah, Nick is fake and slimy as fuck. Real shit though, Nick is fake and slimy as fuck. Like, that nigga's so weird. Like, he'll talk shit about Huda, and then the next thing be in her face and be like, yeah. Like, Nick is just slimy as fuck, and he's a dick writer. In the beginning of the season, he dick wrote Ace like a motherfucker. He's a dick writer. He's not good. His character is not decent. Like, his shit is trash. Like, get the fuck out of here. I hate it. In the beginning, I loved like, the little thing with Shelly and Austin. Austin turns out to be a racist. Which I don't understand. Again. Which in a vlog before I talked about it and how, like, you know, Austin is a racist, but I always will. Like, it's not really racist. It was like more ignorant shit. Telling myself, I have a black woman on my side. I don't give a fuck. Anyways. And so I love that. But one thing that I did not, in the beginning, at the end, I ended up not liking Shelly. But in the beginning, one thing that I did not really like about her was the fact of, like, she and Ace knew each other outside the villa. And you still didn't have a chance then. Although they did do an interview soon, so maybe they cleared that up. I don't fucking know. I didn't get that many fucks. But all I know is that they knew each other outside the villa. If something did not expire or transpire outside the villa, you get into the villa now and now it's on this connection. Get the fuck out of here. And the Ace is a wannabe rapper, influencer, over here doing dance lives with Indian guys or Middle Eastern guys on live. It's cute seeing the little Middle Eastern guys and all that, but like, come on. But yes, like, I hated how Shelly was just always like Ace, when she had a man. That's also why, you know, good guys always finish last. Always. Like, come on, girl. You got a girl, a man that's actually wanting to show you a little attention and actually shows that, like, oh, yeah, I really do fuck with you. Even though did it in an awkward way. But Ace was someone that was just playing the game, because the moment that he could have chose to couple up with you, he didn't. And let's talk about that. All of the men in the villa it was really Ace. And that's what Ace controlled the villa, because he also controlled the men in the villa too. The problem was that when, Maya came into the villa, she was supposed to be this firebomb shit. She came in. Ace really used Amaya for his own palm to really be like a little bit like, so, because he knew that, I feel like he felt like Shelly, he knew this. Ace, one person I will give to Ace is that he knew that he was playing a game, and that's what I liked. I feel like he was subconscious that, like, this is not really for finding love. This is just a game of the best of the best, and that's what he knew it was. But, like, Ace, the way, I feel like he used Amaya as a way to just, like, get Shelly jealous and try to make it seem like, Shelly, you're not the only one I can get. You're not the only one I'm looking at. I have to have anyone who I want. And I feel like that's what he really tried to use Amaya for. And I thought that was so weird, because he set the standard for how everybody was going to treat Amaya. They always liked her in the beginning, but once she showed her personality, they all started, like, not liking her, thinking she was crazy and all that. And that all stemmed from Ace. Ace was the one that stemmed this idea of Amaya being crazy, emotionally reckless, all of that. So fuck her. Now I personally think we spent enough time on the cast, so let's get to the real problem. Viewers. This generation, and aka chronically online. Not only was the cast questionable and low-key annoying, but it was the viewers that were the main problem, and here is why. The viewers were the main problem because they themselves saw themselves in these people too much. They saw themselves in Huda, they saw themselves in Shelly, they saw themselves in these people too much, to a point where, like, when someone would be like, oh, I didn't like that Shelly did this, it's like, what did you say? What did you say on my idol? That is my girl. Don't ever talk about my girl like that. And it's like, you don't know this person in real life. And it's like, you don't know this person in real life. And I feel like the problem that where a lot of this, like, this battle and this racism that's going on between the viewers and everything is strictly because y'all see yourselves in these people too much. And that's a problem, because there's not a single person on this cast, not a single person on this cast that you should feel like, oh yeah, I fully relate to her, like she is literally me. Because each one of them have something wrong with them that you should not have in yourself. At the end of the day, nobody's perfect, but these motherfuckers, you shouldn't. If you see yourself a little too much in these motherfuckers, you need to self-evaluate. Well, now to say, you guys have been seeing that, where they say Janae and Kenny only broke up and Huda's the cause of it. It's like, how the fuck is Huda the cause of it? Were they making those racist things with Alandria, with the George Floyd? Were they making racist things about Huda and bombs? Were they just doing ignorant ass shit? And it's like the fans are the problem, because now all of a sudden they're trying to pull up racist tweets of Nick from 2017. They pulled up a racist poster with Sierra. And here's the thing with that. Listen, I'm all for exposing racists when you actually care that they're racist. This is taking me back to 2020 when they used to expose Little Huddy, any fucking body, for fucking saying nigga, the N-word. Y'all would expose them for saying the N-word, all because y'all just don't want them to have that clout. Y'all will find any little thing, and back in 2020 it really was the use of the N-word. Y'all would get that person who said the N-word back in 7th grade, and y'all would post it and everybody would cancel them. And here's the problem is that you didn't post it because you actually cared that they said the N-word. You posted it to ruin their career. And we're seeing this now in this in the, like, you know, with the fans, with the Love Island shit, that y'all are posting like Sierra is saying that slur against Asian people, and I have a problem with that. I have not a problem with the calling her out. I have a problem with, like, now people are saying, people constantly coming with an excuse like, I didn't even know that was a slur, blah 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 blah. Even if you didn't know what the full extent of a slur, it's still something negative. No matter if you didn't know it was a slur or not, it's still a negative word used against Asian community. So even if you didn't know what the limits of a slur, you still knew it was a bad and discriminatory word about the Asian community. I'm tired of abuse. Like, I didn't know this was slur. I don't know what you do know now. Next. And Sierra knew it then, so she's trying to go on her thing being like, I understand it, I know I messed up, but, you know, trying to make it seem like she didn't really know the effects of that word. Either way, she knew it was a negative word against the Asian community, which she's not a part of. Point blank, period. I hate how people are trying to undermine it just because it's not as hard as the N-word. After that, we know the N-word is the highest slur you can ever get, and we're not going to argue about that, but that doesn't mean we can undermanage and undervalue the other ones. At the end of the day, we're seeing the fans make death threats, stalk Huda's baby daddy, and just do extra amount of stuff about and towards these people in real life, to a point where it's like, you don't know these people. And that's what always infuriates me, when people, like, when influencers or whatever, be having beef with each other. You got other people, random fans going into that other person's comment saying, kill yourself, I want to kill you, giving death threats, all of that. And it's so weird, because it's like, you do not know this person in real life. No matter, even if that person really is wrong, you do not know this person in real life, so you should never be going into anybody's DMs to do that shit. It's just that level of fucking dick riding and, like, online, like, damn near, like, y'all need some help. Alright, I'm getting thirsty. And this is think of, like, y'all actually need psychological help, because this is not okay. Like, what part of this made y'all think that this is okay to go search up her baby daddy, to go making these racist things? It's just like, y'all see yourselves in these people too much. You feel like the problem is y'all see yourselves in these people too much, so when someone be like, oh yeah, I don't like Huda, you see it as someone disrespecting you personally, and that should not be the case, because at the day, Huda herself is a hot fucking mess. Hot fucking mess. Although she growed and she had growth towards the end of the season, but at the end of the season, Jeremiah wasn't there. And they probably told her on the show, you do need to calm it down a bit, because you're... Like, you're... And also she saw the vibes between her castmates changing. She saw the vibes, and I hate this little duo that Shelly and Alandra are having, which is because such mean girls that aren't able to actually boss up and be like, yeah, I'm a mean girl. Yeah, I talk shit about her. Yeah, it doesn't give that at all. As y'all, it feels like y'all were talking about something like, oh, she thinks we're talking about her. Baby, you literally are. You're literally looking at her talking about her, and then you're gonna be like, oh yeah, she thinks we're talking about her right now. Yes, you are. It was that little shit, like, get the fuck out of here. But in conclusion, thank you guys for listening to my TED Talk. This video, I'm pretty sure this video is actually might be my quickest video yet, I hope. Cause I know this editing is gonna be annoying as fuck. I hate editing like talking clips, but I realized this whole entire video is talking clips. So this is gonna be fun to edit. I totally forgot this was gonna be part one of my series. I forgot to introduce that in the beginning. So if you watched this far, you know this is part one of my series of basically this whole entire week is that I did not get put on the schedule for today and tomorrow, which I was supposed to. So I'm thinking like, I always think of like YouTube as my kind of other job, even though I'm not getting paid for it, don't get me that many views, I don't have 2 subscribers, but who cares? I kind of see it as like my job. So like if my regular job, McDonald's, doesn't put me on the schedule, I gotta make up for it. I should be putting, so you know, business skills, you know? So basically, McDonald's didn't put me on. I worked Sunday, but they didn't put me on for Monday and Tuesday. So basically, I'm going to spend this rest of this week on putting out content for you guys. You know, everything's a trial, everything's something new, and so at first, I didn't see, number one, money's tight. Always the last couple weeks of school, last couple weeks of summer, my money gets tight. My money gets tight like crazy. I'm always owe my mom money because I'm always trying to do so many things at the end of the summer, and so yeah, my money always gets tight. So when I saw that I was off these 2 days, I was like, hold up. No, but money's not looking tight right now, so thank you God. Anyways, so yeah, I basically said that like, okay, while I was like, you know what, okay, I'm not gonna be working my actual job, I need to be doing something else that also will be productive for my future. So basically this whole entire week is gonna be basically this new series that I have, that I'm gonna have. Well, basically I'm just gonna be pumping out a video every single day this week. There's gonna be 2 talking ones, 2 action ones. Yeah, 2 talking ones, 2 action ones. This is one of the action ones. We have 1 more action one, and the rest of them are gonna be talking ones. And I hope you guys like these videos. Actually, there's gonna be a makeup tutorial that I'm supposed to be doing at the end of this week. So we'll see how that goes. I just hope you guys like this video. Like how you, But yeah, I hope you guys like this video. Hope you like, comment, and subscribe. Hope you come back for some more videos. And yeah, stay tuned for the rest of this week.